You know, I posted a tweet on Twitter on Wednesday before NXT. You guys ever work with someone who's just overly bubbly and positive all the time? Who has absolutely no criticisms about anything? They just toe the line and they keep to themselves and they're always positive and they always have something good to say. You know how boring those people are? The ones that have absolutely nothing to say whatsoever. I look on social media, man, and a lot of people are just overly praising WWE. Monday Night Raw is great. Monday Night Raw was a good show this week. Smackdown Live was great. Smackdown Live was a good show this week. What are you people watching? Better yet, what type of drugs are you people putting in your body? Because I would love to know. If it's somehow making these shows more watchable, please sign me up. So I don't have to come on here and make you look like a bunch of fucking idiots every fucking week. The people who have nothing bad to say about this product right now make me ill. Ill. I don't understand how you can support lazy creative writing. Lazy. We're going to talk about Backlash, and I'm probably going to mention this one other time in this video. WWE this week. Apparently, there's a Backlash pay-per-view on Sunday. I'm not sure if you guys have figured it out by now, but it's a first-time ever event. First time ever event. Apparently, it's the first ever dual-branded pay-per-view. I don't know what the fuck WrestleMania was. What the fuck was the Royal Rumble? What was Survivor Series? What was SummerSlam last year? Beats me. Apparently, it's the first ever dual-branded pay-per-view. WWE's marketing and PR department on top of their fucking game. What's not at the top of their game is WWE with their TV program. Raw and SmackDown individually. Their TV has been ruined this month because after WrestleMania, it should have been fast-tracked to the next pay-per-view. WWE did everything fucking backwards. Normally, WrestleMania ends. You get the obligatory, oh, here's an NXT call-up, here's a new debut, here's a new face there, a new face over here. And then we get to the next pay-per-view. Now, WWE did literally everything backwards. The Greatest Royal Rumble, you know, if you fucking blinked, you missed it. We don't even know. We heard of this Greatest Royal Rumble. We don't know it was going to be televised, right? It was on the WWE Network. It was put together in 3 weeks. And WWE abandoned everything that was Backlash. So the WWE does the shakeup, then they do the Greatest Royal Rumble, and then they do Backlash. I can't tell you how many times I cannot fathom and tell you over and over and over again how wrong this is. WWE should have did Backlash, shakeup, Greatest Royal Rumble. There was no reason for the Greatest Royal Rumble to happen coming out of WrestleMania. 7.5 hours of WrestleMania and then 5 hours of the Greatest Royal Rumble. Talk about overkill. Talk about overwhelming the audience with WWE content. It's not like the Greatest Royal Rumble did anything to get you excited. It barely did anything to push WWE storyline. Now WWE's going into Backlash, and only one match out of the entire 3.5 hours that it will be is worth anything. Outside of Nakamura and AJ Styles, there is nothing on this show that you are genuinely interested. Nothing. You see, if the WWE did Backlash, we would have at least tied up loose ends from WrestleMania. Then you do the shakeup, and then you go into the next pay-per-view with new storylines and fresh storylines. Simple. Simple as that. I don't understand why you're going into Backlash, for example, for the idiot out there, while you have The Miz, who's on Smackdown, challenging for the Intercontinental Championship, which is held by Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw. Things like that should not be overlooked. That's just laziness. That is sheer laziness. And nobody pinpoints that. Like, why is a SmackDown superstar fighting an Intercontinental Champion from Monday Night Raw? You don't find that to be lazy? Not only is the match overly predictable, and I don't put it past WWE to throw a wrench into the gears and have Miz win and then conduct a trade for Jeff Hardy to go back to SmackDown, to Monday Night Raw from SmackDown Live. I don't see WWE being that creative. That takes too much fucking work. So The Miz is challenging a Raw superstar. Things like that seep through the cracks and presents itself as lazy. Same thing with Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Why is this even happening? Why is this even happening? What business is it of Samoa Joe now to feud with Roman Reigns? Does it do anything for either man? The way you've built up Joe, can he afford a loss? No. Roman Reigns can afford a loss, though, because by nature, he's a loser. He's already lost coming out of the Greatest Royal Rumble. Why not tack on one more to his win-loss record? Makes no sense. Joe just set his eyes on AJ Styles. What the fuck does he care about? Or why should he care about Roman Reigns? Things like that seep through the cracks. But I'm the guy who takes everything to be too literal and is too critical of the product. I can't pinpoint, little things here and there wrong with the product. I'm a smart mark. I'm too negative. Meanwhile, you're okay with this. Why? Because we're fans of the product, man. Yeah, I'm a fan of the product, too. That doesn't mean I want shit on my fucking plate every week. Shit like that pisses me off. WWE, sheer laziness, no thought, as always. Everybody's hyping the shake-up. SmackDown Live won the shake-up. Monday Night Raw looks pretty decent. Is anything really shaken up? They didn't shake up anything. Monday Night Raw, same shit, same show, still garbage. SmackDown Live, same shit, same show, still garbage. You're getting your women's tag team matches every week, and you're getting storylines that really aren't interesting whatsoever. We got fucking midgets coming out, being beat up by Big Cass, intimidating Daniel Bryan. This is the shit that you are willingly taking in and then going on social media and praising WWE for their great entertainment on Monday and Tuesday. Are you fucking kidding me? God, I don't want to sit here and rant anymore, man. The WWE this week has been just fucking awful. NXT wasn't even that good. It was a down week for NXT, and I'm not afraid to admit that either. You think NXT gets away scot-free because I'm a big NXT mark? No. NXT ain't getting away scot-free. It was a down week. But normally, when NXT is at its worst, they're still better than Raw and SmackDown. Monday Night Raw seen more conspiracy pushing for Roman Reigns. The agenda continues. Now we're getting into the conspiracy part of the Roman Reigns push. Apparently, he's come out and stated that he is the real Universal Champion. Now, he is the real Universal loser, is Roman Reigns. WWE now pushing it through official Chad Patton, the man who overseen the call at the Greatest Royal Rumble inside that steel cage for the title. Chad Patton said he blew the call. He was more upset at the fact that both men looked hurt, and he made a rash decision. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. WWE now, no matter, and I know the rules of a steel cage, clowns, believe me. WWE pushing the agenda now and rewording their steel cage, I guess, ruling. Both feet have to hit the ground. Normally, WWE states that the first man to escape the cage is declared the winner. They usually don't talk about both feet hitting the floor. That's just a common scenario. But now WWE's pushing the both feet hitting the floor because Roman Reigns apparently was laying on his back while Brock Lesnar was laying on top of the broken steel cage that he was speared through. But if you look on social media, there has been some great investigative work where Roman Reigns' feet also were not on the ground as they were intertwined with the ring apron. So who really won the match? Nobody, as far as a fan's perspective, because it was a fucking terrible match. It was nothing but unlimited finishers in WWE 2K18. Spear, Superman Punch, F5, German Suplex, F5, Superman Punch, Spear. You get the fucking point. The Roman initiative, I have a feeling, will continue, even though he should be at the back of the line. But I stated coming out of the Greatest Royal Rumble that the Roman experiment is a failure. You have people who have been on the Roman bandwagon for many, many years now, even stating it's a failure. Turn him heel, or leave us the fuck alone. Roman needs to be a heel. Roman is not wanted by the fans. Roman has been put in a position to utterly and disgustingly fail. Not that I don't enjoy it, because I love seeing the fucking Roman Mark's tears fill my fucking cup here. Nice and fucking, it's... If I place this cup here and I took all the fucking tears and squeezed them out like a fucking orange in the morning, filling my cup up with orange juice, I have enough fucking cups to last me the entire year. They all want to cry, Roman, he got screwed, he should be the real champion, or he is the real champion, Lesnar needs to go, he's a fake champion, he doesn't do anything with 2 moves, blah, blah, blah. Listen, with what WWE has done for Roman Reigns, and with the Roman Reigns push, and now the conspiracy, I'm glad Roman lost. I'm glad Roman is not being given the title. And I don't see what the prolonging is here. I don't know why WWE just wouldn't give him the title so we can move on from this shit. It's because I think WWE deep down knows that Roman is not the guy. I think they're just doing it at this point to fuck with the fans. Braun Strowman is the guy. WWE needs to understand that Braun Strowman is the one guy on that brand, on Raw, that has been organically just built up, that the fans genuinely want to see. They will genuinely pay tickets to come see Braun Strowman. They're not paying tickets to come see Roman. Roman is a segment on the show. He's just there by nature. They're not coming to see Roman win. They're not coming to see Roman beat the bad guy. They're not coming to see Roman, lose. Roman is just there. They're coming to see Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is the guy that people want. Braun Strowman is the guy that people want as WWE Universal Champion. And then coming out of the Greatest Royal Rumble, this is another thing that pissed me off on Monday Night Raw when it comes to the Roman initiative. They're now pushing Braun Strowman, and they're using him as a shield for Roman Reigns. Because how could you boo Roman Reigns when Braun Strowman is on his team in the main event of Monday Night Raw? Or in one of the main events on Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman won the Greatest Royal Rumble. He had 13 eliminations in the Greatest Royal Rumble. He won the entire match. Why isn't he coming out stating that he wants Brock Lesnar and a shot at the Universal Championship? Why is he taking a back seat to Roman Reigns? Why is he saving Roman Reigns from a beatdown from Jinder Mahal, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn? Why? What business is it of Braun Strowman's to save Roman Reigns? As far as I'm concerned, Braun Strowman doesn't even like Roman Reigns. This is the guy that tried to commit murder on Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman threw him in the back of a fucking ambulance and drove it off. This is the same Roman Reigns that he threw off a fucking loading dock while strapped to a stretcher. And I'm supposed to believe that Braun Strowman now has put this in the past, let bygones be bygones, and now he's saving Roman Reigns from Jinder fucking Mahal? Braun Strowman should be out there saving no one. Braun Strowman should be a lone soldier, challenging for the Universal Championship. It's disgusting how people do not question these motives by WWE. Everything is all positive. Everything is all sunshine and rainbows on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor had a good television match. They didn't break down any fucking walls. They didn't give me a 5-star match. It's the same shit that we've seen the last 4 times it happened. 4 times these guys have fought. 4 times for the Intercontinental Championship. We have a situation here with the Intercontinental Championship. Where does Finn Balor move on from here? He lost. Do you turn him heel? Do you make his character a little bit darker, a little bit edgier? The smiling and everything that Finn Balor has done lately needs to go. Where does Seth Rollins move on from here with the Intercontinental Championship? You got Elias waiting in the wings, for sure. You got Bobby Roode, who I hope WWE has plans to turn him heel. I think that would be great. Jason Jordan is about to come back. You know, I push the idea of maybe Jason Jordan winning the Intercontinental Championship and then building Chad Gable up to be a major opponent for Jason Jordan. That would be great. I think that'd be great. But right now, Seth Rollins, the best in-ring performer on Monday Night Raw, no question. He has no shortage of opponents if WWE wants to line up opponents. Like I said, Jordan, Elias, Bobby Roode is a heel. I think that would be great. Finn Balor, I don't know what you do with him. Does he hang around and vie for the title again? Or do you turn him heel? I think he would be much better off heel with some edge. So, the TV match that we got on Monday night was good. It didn't break down any barriers. It didn't really do anything as far as excitement goes. They did alter the ending a little bit. They gave you some, little doses of new in the match. But other than that, how many more times can we see these two fight over the same title without it being stagnant and repetitive? Move on. The Women's Championship on Monday Night Raw continues to be an embarrassment. Nia Jax, I'm going to say this, and I'm sure I will repeat myself every single time I see her come out on television holding that championship. There is nothing about Nia Jax that speaks to me as being champion. Nia Jax may have a great look. Nia Jax may be a fan favorite. But Nia Jax is awful in between those ropes. There is nothing about Nia Jax that I have seen over the last year. I've watched her grow. There has been minimal growth. Nothing about Nia Jax speaks to me as champion. Same thing goes for Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, with everybody just hyping Alexa Bliss and getting on the Alexa Bliss train, I don't see anything special in Alexa Bliss anymore, man. WWE has had her overstay her welcome at the top, and I think that really did her and her character bad. Alexa Bliss is not humorous with this moment of bliss shit, this bullying, this anti-bullying campaign that she's doing. It's actually harming her character. I don't watch the women's revolution to laugh. I want to see legitimate competition for the title, and I want to see it done the right way. You're not going to get my excitement and you're not going to get my interest in what the women are doing by giving us tag team matches every week and giving us anti-bullying fucking smear campaigns with Alexa Bliss telling me Nia Jax has 2 chicken legs in her mouth with the title strapped over her shoulder. It's not going to get me excited. These women's tag team matches have got to fucking stop. I'm going to tell you something right now. If you guys watch NXT, when was the last time we seen a tag team match on NXT? It was when Peyton Royce and Billie Kay were still on television down there against Ember Moon and Nikki Cross. That's the last time we've seen a women's match. That was probably last year. Towards the end of the year. We haven't seen one tag team match on NXT in the women's division this year. Because there's intertwining storylines where it's all about the title. We got Dakota Kai and Shayna Baszler. Dakota Kai has an Offset feud now with Vanessa Bourne. We got Kairi Sane and Lacey Evans. Bianca Belair is moving on up. You see how things are moving? And they're all headed towards the same goal? What are the women doing on SmackDown Live on Monday Night Raw? Where are they moving? What is their goal? Yet everybody speaks so highly about these shows on Monday and Tuesday night. Meanwhile, these same people don't have a collective single thought of their own in their head. They just leech off everybody else with some fucking weird agenda as if they're going to get a job with the WWE. The women's tag team matches have got to stop. There's no creativity there. You don't need to feature everyone every single week. That's when I start shitting on the talent. And I don't want to do that. I already can't stand Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. Sasha Banks and Bayley. This great feud that had so much promise stopped. Because we got to put over the Riot Squad. What's next? How many more tag team matches we're going to see? How many combinations of the Riot Squad we're going to see go against Bayley and Sasha Banks the next fucking month? Same thing on SmackDown Live. 6-woman tags. Tag team match. Every single week. Can't we do one-on-one? I'm sure Becky wants a shot at the championship. I'm sure Becky wants some individual competition so she can move up and challenge the champion. Right? Same thing with Asuka. I'm sure she wants a rematch for the championship. When are we going to get single individual matches that build towards championship matches? Fucking ridiculous. It lacks creativity. Other than that, on Monday Night Raw, there was absolutely nothing. The only other thing that I mentioned on Monday Night Raw was the fact that everybody's on this Bobby Lashley kick. Who the fuck is Bobby Lashley? Now they got him teaming with Braun Strowman. How many combinations of Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley have we seen against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Then WWE has the balls to book it at Backlash. I didn't give a fuck about it the first 2 times I seen it. 6-man tag, 10-man tag, now we're getting 2-on-2. It's like it's a fucking joke. It's like a joke. Bobby Lashley teaming with Braun Strowman. I wonder who Braun Strowman's original partner was supposed to be at WrestleMania. Sure it wasn't Nicholas. Bobby Lashley is a fucking joke. The guy is terrible. Please, Impact, I wish you'd take him back. The guy is completely an uncharismatic, vanilla version of Brock Lesnar. With absolutely no excitement. He could be the best athlete. He could be a superior athlete in the eyes of whoever. The guy is not moving the needle. The guy does not make Monday Night Raw better. The guy does not make the WWE roster better. In fact, in my honest opinion, Bobby Lashley is one of the worst signings in recent memory in WWE. He is the most useless, worthless signing in WWE in many, many years. Many, many years. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't care about it. And quite frankly, I don't see the appeal in Bobby Lashley. Oh, JD, he's a legit fighter. Oh, JD, give him time. Give him time for what? He's already had a stint in WWE. Sometimes coming back doesn't really change the first time that I seen this guy. You know? You got one opportunity to impress. You don't impress? Goodbye. Done. It's not like they came back and he was repackaged. It's the same fucking guy that I seen last time. He's an MMA fighter. Let me tell you something, you fucking clown. We already have one of those. And whatever they're doing with our champion isn't really that exciting. So what makes you think I'm gonna care about a Bobby fucking Lashley? Fuck out of here with that ridiculous fucking notion. Bobby Lashley. Fuck out of here. That's all we need is to see him as Universal Champion on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, some shakeup you got there, WWE. You're going to shake it up to the point where people aren't going to watch anymore. Period. Smackdown Live. On top of the fucking tag team matches that we see with the women every week. Biggest storyline going on SmackDown Live right now is Nutcrackamora. Shinsuke Nakamura, who's got an infatuation with AJ Styles' balls. Would not be surprised if AJ Styles wears a metal plate down below, so that when he receives a low blow, Nakamura is the one hurt. Remember when Bret Hart wore that steel fucking armor? That chest plate? When Goldberg speared him, knocking him out? AJ should take a page out of Bret the Hitman Hart's book. I love what Nakamura is doing. I really do. And we're going to talk about this when we talk about the preview and predictions for Backlash. Because it's the one thing that I actually genuinely care about. And the one thing I'm concerned about the most as well. I'm loving Nakamura's heel work. The music grew on me. His acting and his facial expressions and the way he's just kind of transformed from the fun-loving, charismatic rock star to the I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna low blow you Nakamura. You know, there is one small little thing I don't like. I don't like the fact that, you know, his entire heel persona is built on giving people low blows. That's kind of cheap and, again, uncreative. But what else is new with SmackDown Live creative? But Nakamura is doing great work. His heel turn, and I said this at the Greatest Royal Rumble during the review, he has given this feud with AJ Styles life. He single-handedly, and his heel turn single-handedly, enhanced the feud with AJ Styles, which is always appreciated. How many times are we going to see Nakamura go for the championship and him not win it? I'm afraid that whatever they're doing with Nakamura may be stalled and halted right now because of the inclusion of Samoa Joe. There's no reason for you to include Samoa Joe and have him cut a promo like he did on SmackDown Live unless your real plan is for Styles Joe for the WWE Championship. But then where does that leave Nakamura? That's what I'm worried about. Unless Nakamura wins the title and we get some sort of a triple threat where Joe just kind of includes himself in the mix, which I wouldn't mind because then, again, that's the deck stacked against AJ Styles. We all know AJ Styles to be this great champion. You know, he's definitely going to rematch if he loses to Nakamura, and then Joe just kind of includes himself in the mix. It could make for a fun summer feud. But if Nakamura really doesn't win, that's it. Where does he go from here? It's not like he can pick up, any random feud. We got Daniel Bryan feuding with The Miz and Big Cass. Styles is going to be feuding with Joe. You know, where does Nakamura go? It's not like you're going to put him against Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship. I don't want to see that. Not yet, anyway. Not going to lose the WWE Championship match and then automatically get a United States Championship match. You got to go to the back of the line, man. So I'm genuinely worried if Nakamura doesn't win the championship, what does it mean for his future on SmackDown Live? Where does he go? So we got a lot to think about when we talk about the Backlash preview and predictions. As far as the rest of SmackDown Live, there really wasn't much else, man. Outside the Big Cass stuff with Daniel Bryan, which was completely fucking embarrassing. Again, you know, the people who speak of sunshine and rainbows and how great WWE television is, how do you look at this Big Cass segment and see anything remotely positive coming out of that? It was sheer embarrassment. It made me not give a fuck about their match at Backlash at all after Cass cut a great promo the week before on Miz TV. It was lazy, it was rehashed, and it was pathetic. Having someone come out, a midget, come out dressed as Daniel Bryan and Big Cass big boot him and beat the shit out of him is not what I call good television. That's nothing but a slap in the face of Daniel Bryan, calling him a fucking midget. Meanwhile, he's the biggest fucking face in the entire company. I don't see how this is doing any good for Daniel Bryan. One, of all the names on this fucking brand, his first feud is Big Cass. I understand why WWE wanted to put Big Cass with Daniel Bryan. If their main objective was to push him as a heel, then there's no better babyface to feud with than Daniel Bryan. But they're not even doing it correctly. I don't think anybody cares about Big Cass. Do you care about Big Cass? Are you reaching for the remote control? Are you signing up for the network to watch Big Cass and Daniel Bryan? You know, Big Cass may be big. And he may be 7 foot, and he may be one of these giants in WWE, but there's nothing genuinely interesting about Big Cass. He's not even there yet. He's not there at all. He was in a tag team situation when, you want my fucking truth, you want the truth. He was in a tag team situation with Enzo Amore, and he was a supporting player to someone who was the same size as Daniel Bryan. Now you broke them up. Enzo's no longer with the company. Big Cass is floundering around on his own, and he wasn't ready for the big spotlight. He wasn't ready at all for the big spotlight. Can't get it done in the ring. Barely can get it done on the microphone. And now you think I'm supposed to be interested in Big Cass because he's feuding with Daniel Bryan. It's going to be a completely one-sided affair. And it's going to suck for us because Daniel Bryan's going to have to sell for this bullshit at Backlash. WWE is only doing this right now to stall the feud with The Miz. That's the thing that we want. That's the thing that's in the distance. This Big Cass thing is nothing but a fucking stopgap. Completely pathetic on SmackDown Live. Rehash garbage. I don't understand how anybody looked at that and laughed or thought that was good television. Made me not give a shit about whatever they're doing at Backlash, period. You build them up, tear them right back down. I don't believe how that script made it to air. Someone actually approved of that segment. Think about that. Someone approved of that segment. Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Women's Championship on SmackDown Live is just as pathetic as it is on Monday Night Raw. I can only hope and pray that Carmela is a transitional champion. Just like Nia Jax, there is nothing about Carmela that speaks to me as women's champion. Nothing. Nothing. She's become the female Enzo Amore. And I looked at Carmela and I'm like, wow, she won the Money in the Bank, and I'm like, she cut the promo of her fucking career after winning Money in the Bank. And what has WWE done with her since? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Now they're feuding her with Charlotte. Carmela isn't money. The title isn't money on Carmela. Where the money is the title on Charlotte, building up Asuka again for the second match at SummerSlam, having Asuka get the win and the title, just exacting revenge for the loss at WrestleMania. Having Asuka go into Survivor Series. On the flip side, Monday Night Raw, Ember Moon will win the Raw Women's Championship. We get Ember Moon and Asuka in a rematch of their great takeover match last year at Survivor Series. Right? Whoever wins that, Asuka should win that. I don't think Asuka should be losing anymore for a very long time. You gave her the loss with Charlotte. Now she needs to start winning again. Ember Moon, Asuka at Survivor Series, and then you can start building Charlotte up for that big Royal Rumble victory in January as Ronda Rousey gets the title shot against Ember Moon at the Royal Rumble. And then you got the big stare down. Who is Charlotte going to fight at WrestleMania, right? When she wins the Royal Rumble, Ronda Rousey comes out, and whoever the SmackDown Women's Champion is, Asuka at the time, who is she going to fight? It's going to be a big moment. Oh, my God. Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey built up going in towards the end of the year, man. That's where I see WWE going with the women's divisions. But this Carmella shit is completely fucking cringe. I don't know who is entertained by this. The Iconics look pathetic. The Iconics are not receiving as much love as they were in NXT on the main roster. A lot of people think they're annoying. A lot of people think they're nothing but supporting acts and jobbers on the main roster, which they are. WWE takes another two personalities in NXT and doesn't do right by them. What else is new? Charlotte going into Backlash, challenging for the title. I can only hope Carmella's stay as women's champion is short-lived. That's all I can say about that. These tag team matches on SmackDown Live and Raw have to go. It's the same shit every single week. NXT. NXT was a down week this week, man. It was nothing more than a mere setup with a debut. We had the continuation of Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano without both men. It was more Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae looked very believable in her role on NXT this week, shedding some real-life tears for Johnny Gargano as he was rolled off in an ambulance with Tommaso Ciampa just looking on, waving goodbye. And Candice LeRae was put in a match with Bianca Belair, and her mindset was not right. Now, I don't mind it, but I think WWE could have done without giving Candice LeRae a loss already after coming off a big win over Zelina Vega and kind of getting rid of Vega and Cien Almas to SmackDown Live. They put her in a match with Bianca Belair. You know, I'm not really going to criticize it too much because it plays into the greater role, which is obviously Gargano and Ciampa. Both women needed a win. Bianca Belair is going to be a big name in the women's division. You're going to be hearing a lot about that name in 2018. She's a freak of nature. She's one of the best females in the entire company right now. Definitely has the it factor. But Candice LeRae played her role well. I'm wondering what is in store for Candice LeRae as we go forward with this storyline. Is Tommaso Ciampa going to kind of, you know, do something to Candice LeRae while Johnny Gargano is out? You know, only time will tell. I don't think Tommaso Ciampa has gotten as sinister as he wants. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I also like the fact that WWE is paying attention to detail when it comes to NXT. Cassius Ohno was showcased in the entire sympathetic angle with Johnny Gargano as he was being carted off in the ambulance. Cassius Ohno was there. He's good friends with Johnny. He's sticking up for Johnny. He's fighting Tommaso Ciampa next week on NXT television, which should be good. Undisputed Era continues to be a major asset to NXT. The best stable in all of WWE. Reeks of old school. I'm loving what they're doing with all four men. Roddy has a newfound sense of fucking aggression, and he's got a new lease on life. You can see he just feels a lot better about himself. He's a lot better in this heel role. He fits perfectly with his former Ring of Honor brothers. Looks good, man. Undisputed Era is doing good things. Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, Pete Dunne. Looks like they're headed for a collision with the Undisputed Era. That should be fun. We have the debut this week of Kona Reeves, who is Hawaiian, but was also trained under, I think, Sika. I think he was trained under. If I'm not mistaken, you guys gave me the background on Kona Reeves. Kona Reeves, you know, a lot of you guys stated that he is very Johnny Mundo-esque. Comes out saying that he's the finest. He likes the finest things in life, the finest jewelry. He's got the finest hair. He's got the finest physique. So he came out and he definitely has something. Whatever he has, I'm going to give time to just sit and marinate. I did the same thing with Velveteen Dream. I kind of wrote off Velveteen Dream, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to end up eating my words because Velveteen Dream is one of the best things on the roster. But Kona Reeves, he's got it. He's got some type of charisma. He has a great look. He's got that big smile. Haven't seen him cut a promo yet, but his in-ring work was not that desirable, to be honest with you. And, you know, he really didn't showcase much. Usually when you get some type of enhancement talent and some debut match on WWE television, you kind of get to show your repertoire of moves. He really didn't do much. So I'm hoping that WWE gives him some time to get acquainted with the NXT universe. And, you know, a month, 2 months from now, I'll be looking at Kona Reeves and saying, you know what? This is our next Velveteen Dream. But right now, I'm not too impressed with anything that Kona Reeves did in his debut match. Only time will tell. Other than that, man, the Gargano Ciampa stuff is ongoing. You guys know where I sit with that. The women's division looking very nice right now. A lot of intertwining storylines. I don't know who's going to be set up for Aleister Black. I don't know who's going to be set up for Adam Cole. You know, we still got lingering in the shadows. We got Lars Sullivan, Ricochet, EC3 is there. Lots of good things going on with NXT right now, man. If you're not watching NXT, you're doing yourself a disservice. Please go and watch NXT. It's the best thing on WWE television right now. Other than that, man, we got nothing else to talk about but Backlash. We're going to try and get through these Backlash preview and predictions. I want to get through this for part one because I really don't give a shit about this pay-per-view whatsoever. We're going to go over all the top matches. We're going to go over how I feel, how we got here, which shouldn't take much time at all because literally this pay-per-view has been built off 1 week. We're going to talk about the Nakamura AJ Styles situation, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, plus everything Backlash related and where I see WWE going after Backlash. So we'll do that. Plus, I have a That Wrestling Club unboxing. You're not going to want to miss this one because I didn't get one last month, and this one is pretty fucking heavy, man, so there may be some cool shit in here, man. So we're going to talk about that, and like I said, we got a huge episode coming up right here on Off the Script. Let's hit the intro, and I'll see you guys for the unboxing and some Backlash preview and predictions. Off this shitty fucking product by coming on here and speaking the fucking goddamn truth about this fucking filth.
And I can book a better show taking a fucking dump after eating my fucking Chipotle chorizo with extra cheese.
I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. Have I ever? Of course not.
WWE is great, man. Fuck you, Japan, and Okada. Delete! What is it, man? Can I suck your dick? What is it, man?
Well, this is the #1 fucking podcast.
Right here on YouTube.com!
This is Off the Script. Man, it felt so weird to do only one part of Off the Script last week, but I am incredibly happy that I was not the only podcast that felt and said the same thing. A lot of people that I listened to were just kind of reaching for content. I know I listen to Solid Monster on a weekly basis. I listen to Justin LeBar on a weekly basis. There really wasn't much to talk about, man. Solid Monster actually uploaded his Greatest Royal Rumble review on YouTube, and he filled most of his podcast with just quick thoughts on whatever happened on Raw and SmackDown. He didn't even do a full-fledged Raw and SmackDown review like he usually does, and he put in his latest sound-off, his entire review of the Greatest Royal Rumble, and then went right to his mailbag. So it was a lot of people, just reaching for content, man. And I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I only uploaded part 1 of Off the Script last weekend, and I felt really just out of place. I just felt really off that there wasn't at least 2-3 parts. So hopefully we can do better this weekend. But again, I'm really reaching for news again this weekend, man. Going into Backlash, there really is nothing. And it's not even my fault. Look at the landscape of WWE right now, man. You guys know it's not my fault. There is nothing to talk about. Absolutely nothing. We're going to go over one major thing that is killing WWE television right now. Especially in the month of April, going into the first month of May, going into Backlash. They put so much hype into the Greatest Royal Rumble coming out of WrestleMania that it ultimately killed their television product for the last 4 weeks. WWE did things backwards coming out of WrestleMania with the Greatest Royal Rumble, and then the shakeup, and then Backlash. Something that a lot of people really aren't discussing, man. How WWE doesn't have long-term planning, how none of this was planned out. Seems like they're booking on the fly. It seems like they're taking it week by week. And this is something that I see, I feel, and no one is making a big deal about it. We're going to talk about that going into the Backlash review today on this second part, or second half rather, of Off the Script. Plus, I got the unboxing rather, of That Wrestling Club. We're going to do that. And so much more, man. We're going to go over the entire Backlash card and my thoughts on the entire landscape of Backlash and where I see WWE going, what I predict will happen, what I think should happen. Should be fun for this second half of episode 220, part 1, for your Backlash weekend as we do preview and predictions. As always, guys, I want to thank everybody for showing support for the channel, man. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We got video game content slowly but surely making its way back to the channel. I got Fortnite uploads. I got God of War live streams. I had a great Fortnite live stream. So if you guys want to go check that out, that's all on the channel right now. Thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for supporting my wrestling content. As always, it always kicks ass every single week. There's a reason why we are the best at what we do when it comes to wrestling content right here on YouTube.com. So thank you guys for sticking with me. We are dangerously close to 92,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications. That would leave us 8,000 away, man, before SummerSlam for the 100,000 subscriber threshold. So it was just a little bit ago, I just was talking about being 10,000 away. Now we're being, we're getting to 8,000. And being only 8,000 away is fucking great. So you guys are really kicking ass, and I'm loving the growth on the channel. I'm loving what we're seeing. So thank you guys for all the love and support, man. You guys are the reason why I'm here and the reason for my success. Follow me on social media, man. At JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button down below, like I said. Great way to find me on social media and keep up to date on everything that happens with the channel. Barbershopwindow.com/off the script. Eat, sleep, bench, repeat. They do it for Roman. The Failure Raha t-shirt. And I got some new designs brewing in my head, man. I just got to sit down with my boy Sal Rex. And we got to come up with some new designs, man. But barbershopwindow.com/off the script. If you guys go to Barbershop Window, I could be mistaken, but the last time I was there, they do give you a complimentary coupon code to apply to your purchase. So please do so. I mean, it's a great way to support the show and look good this summer while representing Off the Script. And when I do my meet and greets in Pittsburgh and Chicago individually, I better be seeing some new t-shirts, man. So barbershopwindow.com/off the script. Harry's. My boy Harry is going to be with me all year, bro. This is the best shave of your life. Guarantee it. I guarantee it. I've been using it for 4 months. I found out about it through my brother. My dad uses it. My brother uses it. I use it. I wouldn't be using it if it wasn't good, man. And if I'm using it, you guys should certainly be using it. Harrys.com/script. You're going to get a free trial, man, because Harry's believes in the same thing that I just said. You're going to ditch those other guys, and you're going to stick with Harry. Harry's going to be your wingman for all your shaving needs, man. You're going to get a razor blade, a razor handle, the protective case, and the foaming shave gel, which soothes and hydrates. And really, it does. It feels fantastic. And some of you guys reached out to me on Twitter and said, it smells fantastic. Harrys.com/script. Get your free trial today. If you're already signed up, tell a friend. Tell your girlfriend's father, people at school, people at work, the bus driver, the train conductor, whoever you meet and come across in your day. Tell them about Harry's, man. Harrys.com/script. All you got to do is pay shipping and handling. Within 2 or 3 days, that motherfucker will be at your front door waiting to be opened. We also have Audible, man. Our friends over at Audible are still sponsoring the podcast. Audibletrial.com/off the script. 30 days free to try their service out. And that includes 1 free audiobook. If you guys have already signed up, you guys can tell, again, anybody in your family, your girlfriend's family, some coworkers, some classmates, you guys can share the gift of Audible and help Off the Script out in the process. If you guys don't like what you see in 30 days and you do sign up, you can cancel at any time and keep your audio book. Over 190,000 choices to choose from. Download the app, whether you have iPhone or Android, and then you're going to get the app. You're going to sign up. You're going to go to the audibletrial.com/off the script link. You're going to peruse and browse the service, and you're going to get 1 free audiobook just for your troubles, man. Thank you so much for supporting Audible and Harry's. You guys are great. Off the Script, doing it big in 2018, man. Let's get this unboxing over with. My friends over at That Wrestling Club. Some of my favorite fucking unboxings of the month, man. I didn't get one for WrestleMania because they were busy and they were at WrestleCon. But this is heavy. It's thick. It's big. I feel some nice stuff going on in here, man. That Wrestling Club, if you guys like what you see in here, man, WrestleCrate is really dropping the ball. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're dropping the ball. I don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. The substance in the box is not like these guys here. And I am a very honest individual. You got Pro Wrestling Crate that does it big every month. That Wrestling Club has done it big literally every month I've been working for them, man. You guys know. You guys enjoy what you see in here. You're going to go to thatwrestlingclub.com and you're going to enter the coupon code at the end of your checkout. When you pick your subscription service, you're going to enter the coupon code at the end of your checkout. JD from NY. And you're going to save money on your first subscription, which I believe is 15% off your first subscription. And then you're going to go follow him on Twitter. You're going to go look up That Wrestling Club on Twitter. You're going to tell them that JD and hashtag Off the Script sent you. Because we seen an unboxing on his podcast this weekend, and we loved it, and we signed up. So support, follow, and make sure you guys go over there and tell them that JD says, what's up. Let's open this bad boy up, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, man. I'm liking what I see in here. Red is usually not my color. Red is not my color, man. But I got the suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, death-defying Sabu. Sabu! There you go, man. There you go, Sabu. Yeah. I'll wear this on the fucking show next weekend, man. Sabu featured on the t-shirt for That Wrestling Club. Oh my God, man. This is fucking fantastic. Look at this. This makes the whole crate. This makes the whole crate right here, man. Look at that. A WrestleMania Elite Randy Orton Mattel action figure. And it includes the WWE Championship title. Yeah. We got the Viper showed Bray Wyatt who's the true master of mind games at WrestleMania 33 for the WWE Championship. Too bad the match was fucking terrible. But in this, we have John Cena, Brutus Beefcake, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens, man. This is the type of shit that you need to be getting in some crates, man, right there. Elite action figure, WrestleMania Elite collection for WWE. I'm going to put this right here. Randy Orton. Oh, I thought this was Bray Wyatt. I was getting ready to do the, I'll do it anyway. JoJo's fat ass, man. Even though he's a WWE Tag Team Champion right now. Look at this, man. And Elias, That Wrestling Club pin. Yeah. And this is exclusive to That Wrestling Club only. And you know I love my pins, man. Being that this is maybe this is a ECW box. I don't know who the fuck the autograph is. Ooh. Maybe not. Maybe we just got a Sabu t-shirt just for the hell of it. That's a nice fucking picture, man. Pentagon Dark. Well, you want to call him Pentagon Zero. There you go, man. That is fucking great. That's a nice looking picture right there, man. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. And what do we got here? We got a photo of you-know-who. A caricature. Cartoon. Etching of the GOAT himself, Daniel Bryan. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. April 2018, man, we got the heavyweight box, which is this one. Thank you guys so much over at That Wrestling Club for sponsoring the show once every month. WWE Elite action figure, an exclusive Sabu t-shirt. If you guys got the Cruiserweight box, you got only the Pentagon Jr. autograph and the basic WWE action figure and the Yes art print. The small lapel pin is of Elias. So you guys can get either the Cruiserweight box or the Heavyweight box. I urge you to get the Heavyweight box because you guys get everything that you've seen in this crate. ThatWrestlingClub.com. Use coupon code JDFROMNY to save yourself 15% off. And go follow them on Twitter. That Wrestling Club on Twitter. And ThatWrestlingClub.com for all your subscription needs, man. Thank you guys so much. Great fucking box as always. And happy to call those guys my friends. Let's move on with the Backlash. Preview and predictions, man. One thing I want to talk about right off the bat. Right off the bat. I didn't mention it in the beginning because I wanted to save it specifically for this. By the way, being that it just came to me now, Wrestle Rumble is having a pick'em contest. They just had one for the Greatest Royal Rumble. I did pretty well, man. I got about 242 points. I was only 40 away from the top spot, but it was a very competitive field. Wrestle Rumble is having a Backlash pick'em. So if you guys want to go to WrestleRumble.com and try and win yourself $500 cash for Backlash, do so, man. Backlash is going to be this Sunday, and playing Wrestle Rumble will make it a more enjoyable event. Believe me. WrestleRumble.com. Support Wrestle Rumble. They are a huge sponsor of my meet and greet coming to to Pittsburgh. I'm thinking Philadelphia. Pittsburgh for Extreme Rules. So Wrestle Rumble will be sponsoring Off the Script, live Off the Script in Pittsburgh come July for Extreme Rules. They are the masterminds behind that. So please go and support them, man. They are great friends of the show. WrestleRumble.com. Play the Backlash. Pick 'em. Backlash has been completely ruined as far as pay-per-views go for WWE in 2018. It's like the wicked stepchild of WWE pay-per-views for 2018. There is no long-term booking in WWE anymore, man, and this is very evident by what we see on television. You feel it, you see it. WWE doesn't have any long-term planning. They may be incapable of long-term planning. I don't know. If they put as much resources into booking Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar over the year, they could certainly do that for the rest of the roster. They just don't want to. Coming out of WrestleMania, which was a 7.5-hour event, we went right into the Greatest Royal Rumble. We all know why the Greatest Royal Rumble happened. This was nothing but a political move by WWE. This was nothing but a propaganda event. It didn't need to happen right after WrestleMania. It didn't need to happen three weeks after WrestleMania. WWE did the shakeup. Then they went into the Greatest Royal Rumble, and now we're going into Backlash. That order of events has made Backlash irrelevant. With the shakeup, look at what we're getting at Backlash. We're getting The Miz and Seth Rollins. We're getting Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Why? You know what I look at you know what I think of when I look at that? I think laziness. That's WWE not caring about their own product. That's like an artist who is painting this great painting, right? And he notices something that isn't right, but just leaves it, just for the sake of it. Just put it in the museum. Put it on display in the exhibit. I don't care. I could make this a little bit darker. I could put this over here. I could kind of alter this over here to make it really great. But it's satisfactory. We'll just put it out in the exhibit for the people. They won't notice. They won't care. That's exactly what WWE's mentality is. They don't care. Or chef. You know? Top tier chef who makes the fucking best Italian sauce that there is. You know? And when you go taste it, it's bland. It's got no flavor. Yo, what'd you put in this sauce? There's nothing in here, bro. It's red, but it's got no taste. You're putting this on my fucking rigatoni. You know, what's going on over here? The fuck you doing back there? You jerking off? What are you doing? You watching the big tit service, walk around with the cocktails all day? What are you doing? You know? It's like WWE doesn't care. Their mindset is somewhere else. There's no attention to detail with these people. Why am I having a Smackdown superstar fight a Raw superstar for a title? The match is overly predictable. Nobody expects The Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship and take it back to SmackDown Live, where there is already a mid-card title. I don't understand it. Do you think WWE is going to alter their plans and put the IC title on SmackDown and put the US title back on Monday Night Raw? No. I don't think so. I think these people are void of creativity. Why is Samoa Joe fighting Roman Reigns? Samoa Joe's issue with Roman Reigns could always be there. But the fact that he moved to SmackDown Live, he is now forced to still build a match with Roman Reigns. Meanwhile, he's calling out AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Why the fuck do you care about Roman Reigns if You're eyeing the WWE title. A title in which you've never held. Who the fuck cares about Roman Reigns? Guy's a loser. You're already better than Roman Reigns. There's nothing more for you to prove. And is WWE going to make the right decision in this match? I mean, Roman Reigns is a fucking glorified loser. Time and time again, he's failed at capturing the Universal Championship. Meanwhile, Samoa Joe is riding a huge sea of momentum, cutting the best promos of his fucking life. The one guy that's truly believable on this roster. You're going to feed him to Roman Reigns for what? Who's got more upside nowadays? Roman? Or Joe? And I'm not talking about long term. I'm talking about present day clowns. Oh, JD, Samoa Joe is fat. Samoa Joe is old, man. Talking about now. You strike while the iron is hot. How long you think an injury-prone Samoa Joe is going to be around? You got him healthy now. Do something with him. Roman will always be there, unfortunately, to everyone's disgust. He'll be there. First ever dual-branded pay-per-view. Really now, what the fuck was WrestleMania? What was Royal Rumble? What was Survivor Series? What was SummerSlam? Come on, bro. WWE clearly didn't think things out here. Clearly. Got Backlash happening. You got Raw superstars fighting SmackDown superstars because there was no careful planning. The Greatest Royal Rumble left Backlash with literally a week build. A week build and 1 week of build. 2 weeks. W-E-A-K and W-E-E-K. Week and week. 1 week of television build and a week fucking card that nobody genuinely cares about. See, if WWE did things right, the Backlash pay-per-view should have came first. See, everything coming out of WrestleMania should have been built organically from WrestleMania. Everything that you had planned for WWE coming out of WrestleMania still could have happened at Backlash, right? Big Cass could have just showed up on SmackDown Live. You know, actually, no. Scrap all that. You don't even, that match doesn't even need to happen now. Doesn't even need to happen at all, but we could have still got Joe and Reigns. We still could have got Miz and Rollins. They would have been both on the same brands, and it would have made sense because it would have been in line with the draft and the roster split. You know, the Nakamura Styles match could have still been happening. Carmela and Charlotte still could have been happening. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss still could have been happening. We had Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal was the only thing that was changed. So if you're looking at enhancements, I mean, Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal or Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton? I mean, what the fuck do you want? Which one do you want? I will take the first one. The second one, rather. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. The first one, I could do away with forever. We don't need them ever again. Daniel Bryan doesn't need to wrestle on this show. You know? We don't need Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. These matches are filler matches. Big Cass and Daniel Bryan is a filler match. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn is a filler match. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton, though intriguing in some way, I could do without it. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. This pay-per-view could have still been in line if WWE did Backlash first coming out of WrestleMania and then do the shake-up, shake things up, lead to the next pay-per-view and put the Greatest Royal Rumble somewhere else on the pay-per-view calendar. Like right before SummerSlam, maybe. When things are in line and rosters are set away. They did everything backwards. So instead of doing the right thing and having Backlash first as a priority, and then the shake-up, and then the Greatest Royal Rumble, WWE did the shake-up, Greatest Royal Rumble, and Backlash. which rendered everything completely fucking worthless, because with the Greatest Royal Rumble in the middle, it ruined television. And it ruined storyline. Because all they did for weeks is put the Greatest Royal Rumble at the top of the priority list, because the Saudi government was paying all this money, and they needed to showcase it because it was a network exclusive, and they wanted people to sign up for their network, and they wanted to push this thing and make it a big deal. Meanwhile, nothing that happened at that show, no one will remember at the end of the year. Who cares? It's a waste of 5 hours. That's my point. There is no long-term planning for WWE. And it shows. It's more evident now than ever before. This pay-per-view could be completely abolished from the pay-per-view calendar, and we can go on into Extreme Rules, and we would be okay. I would actually prefer that to happen. The Greatest Royal Rumble should have been constituted as the show to take Backlash's spot. Backlash should have been removed from the calendar. It's unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. You look at these matches, there's 8 matches on this show. The first ever dual-branded pay-per-view for WWE, quote-unquote, which we know it's not. They're just like pushing the objective, and they think the fans of this product are completely idiotic. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. We've seen a combination of this match 2 different times already. This is the 3rd iteration of this match. We've seen it in the 10-man tag, we've seen it in the 6-man tag, and now we're seeing it in a tag team match. You call that creativity? I call that laziness. Braun Strowman has been the one guy to come out of the Raw roster feeling organic. He has an organic feel to him. The reason why people like Braun Strowman so much is because he hasn't been shoved down everyone's throat like Roman Reigns has. People genuinely want to see Braun Strowman, whether that's his size, his speed, his athletic freak-like nature. Whatever it is, people want to see Braun. Bobby Lashley, on the other hand, is a complete waste of a signing. It's nothing about a Bobby Lashley that I'm interested in. Bobby Lashley's fucking not going to move the needle. Some MMA fighter who apparently is a superior athlete. We already have one of those on the WWE roster. His name is Brock fucking Lesnar. Lesnar might not showcase everything that he can do, but he's just as good an athlete as Bobby Lashley is. Don't sleep on Brock Lesnar. We may shit on his title reign, and we may shit on his matches that are nothing but German suplex F5, but we know Brock Lesnar can put on a good match. Case in point, AJ Styles. Guy brought his A game. He actually wrestled. Worked a good match. Can't say the same about Bobby Lashley. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have been one of the most entertaining acts on WWE. Sami Zayn has played his heel role brilliantly. There's one guy that I look forward to seeing every single time he's out there. It's Sami Zayn. He is taking the place of Neville. We didn't think Neville was going to play a good heel. Sami Zayn is playing a good heel. And he's loving it. And you can see he's having fun with it, man. I love his sarcasm. I love his wittiness. It's great. And him feeding off Kevin Owens is great. Kevin Owens is the more serious of the two. Sami Zayn can get serious, but he's also got that fucking just sarcastic nature to him, which is infectious. I don't like that they're treated as a throwaway team in this match, because I don't expect anyone to beat Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. The simple fact that I think WWE may continue to push the Roman initiative, Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, I do see not only winning this match, but I see WWE keeping them together as a tag team. You know, Braun came out of WrestleMania the tag team champion. Bobby Lashley was rumored to be his opponent, his tag team partner against the Bar. That was the rumor. I got news on that this weekend. I could see WWE keeping them together and giving them a push towards the tag team championships on Monday Night Raw, because there really is no teams on Monday Night Raw. I mean, it does sound rather interesting to have the Authors of Pain versus Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. Authors of Pain are going to need some teams to go up against, some babyface teams. Monday Night Raw tag team division is fucking weak. Adding Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley to that division as a makeshift team, you know, could do the division, I guess, some good as a temporary Band-Aid, I think that would be great. Authors of Pain versus Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley could be interesting. McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler versus Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley could be interesting. Could be interesting. We get Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre back in the ring together from their Impact days. Could be interesting, man. I don't see them losing this match at all. I don't really care for it. We've seen it already in 2 different scenarios. It's not going to be much different here at Backlash. Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman are going to win. Case in point. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. Daniel Bryan supposedly was not cleared for SmackDown Live this Tuesday, yet he had a dark match against Nakamura at the end of SmackDown Live. Big Cass reminds a lot of people of Adam Cole, Edge. Mainly with me, in my opinion, with facial expressions. Big Cass came back after a torn ACL injury that kept him on the shelf for 9 months. He didn't impress me before the injury. He doesn't impress me after the injury, though he cut a decent promo. I can only hope he gets better. Will he? That remains to be seen. But having him come out on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday in little to no build by beating up a fucking midget dressed as Daniel Bryan isn't really going to get me interested in a match with Daniel Bryan himself. WWE completely shit on whatever positive that Big Cass was building towards with this one segment on Tuesday night. It was lame, it was pathetic, it was embarrassing, it was cringeworthy, it made me turn my head, and it was rehashed. We're not living in the era of Degeneration X, okay? We're not living in the era where fucking the Spirit Squad had fucking shit and manure dropped on their head during Monday Night Raw. We're not living in this day and age anymore. It's 2018. If anyone finds that shit funny, you should be fucking banned from watching WWE television ever again. I did not laugh. I did not find enjoyment. And it was absolutely fucking garbage. Garbage. I don't know how something like that made the final cut for SmackDown Live. It's not entertainment. I'm sorry. Entertainment comes in many forms. That was not entertainment. This match is nothing but a stopgap. This match is nothing but WWE prolonging The Miz and Daniel Bryan. How long are they going to hold that off? Knowing this company, not long. We'll probably get it at Money in the Bank. Though the grand scheme should be SummerSlam. I wouldn't have these two touch at all. At all. I wouldn't have a match. I would use my creative brain cells to get me by month to month. Miz wins Money in the Bank. Daniel Bryan wins the WWE Championship eventually, later in the year. Miz cashes in on Daniel Bryan and ruins that moment for him. Bryan either wins the title or comes close to winning the title, but the Miz ends up, either way you look at it, taking the title. Miz and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Boom. Done. That's the biggest storyline you got on SmackDown Live. That's the one you should be building towards. Don't ruin it. But whatever you're doing here, Big Cass beating up midgets, Big Cass should be standing behind the Miz. Big Cass should be standing behind the Miz in their battle with Daniel Bryan. I don't need Big Cass telling me what he doesn't like about Daniel Bryan. Nor should he be speaking about Daniel Bryan. He has nothing to do with Daniel Bryan. Anything that comes out of his mouth seems forced about Daniel Bryan. The Miz has an issue with Daniel Bryan, not Big Cass. Big Cass needs to play his role. He's a second-rate player right now. Nothing he says is believable, and nothing that he does is going to be of anyone's care at Backlash against Daniel Bryan. This is a stopgap until we get to Miz. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass, I'm going with Daniel Bryan. There's no way Daniel Bryan's going to lose his first one-on-one match. Against Big Cass? Come on. Come on. Big Cass is expendable. He's nothing more than a lackey for the Miz. That's where his real role is. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. I don't know what else I could say about this match. On one hand, you got Samoa Joe cutting the best promos of his life, and Roman Reigns, who's a fucking loser who can't win the Universal Championship. Which one has the momentum right now on WWE television? Easy answer on that one. Who do you go with? Easy answer on that one. The guy with the most momentum, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. Meanwhile, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Roman Reigns is going to win. I'm going with Roman Reigns, but given WWE's track record, I don't expect him to do anything right. I'm going with Roman Reigns. This match could have completely been avoided. It makes no sense. It really doesn't play into the aspect of brand supremacy or roster split. Got a SmackDown guy going up against a Raw guy. Could have all been avoided. Samoa Joe should have nothing to do with Roman Reigns anymore. They're not on the same brand. His eyes are set on the WWE Championship. I'm going with Joe in my heart. What we get on Sunday, I'm going with Roman Reigns. I don't think WWE's going to do the right thing. Why the fuck are they going to have Samoa Joe beat Roman Reigns? Now, I'd be shocked if it happens, but you got to go with what you know. And what I know is WWE doesn't usually do the right thing. Carmela and Charlotte, singles match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Carmela is anything but championship material. Charlotte, we've already discussed this on SmackDown Live Review in the weeks prior leading up to Backlash. Charlotte is the money champion right now. She had the cash-in occur after an attack with the Iconics, or by the Iconics. The setup was nice. It was the wrong time and day to do it. I would have had the cash-in happen at WrestleMania. I would have had Asuka remain undefeated. That is no longer a talking point. We are well beyond that. Now the talking point is, and the direction is, getting the title off Carmela because she's nothing but a transitional champion. Nobody's going to look at Carmela and look at, oh, I can't wait to see Carmela defend the title. Oh, I can't wait to see this great match with Carmela defending the SmackDown Women's Championship. No. Carmela, there's nothing about the woman that speaks champion. She is slowly but surely becoming the new Enzo Amore, and now she has the Iconics to back her up. Apparently she befriended Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. I don't care about anything going on with any of these women. My thought process is getting the title back on Charlotte and building towards the second match with Asuka at SummerSlam. You build SummerSlam the same way you build WrestleMania. What is the biggest match that you could do right now on SmackDown Live? With Charlotte and Asuka on that roster, there's no fucking way you are a wrestling promoter and not booking Charlotte Asuka 2. You're not. I'm sorry. That's where the money is. The money isn't in Mella. The money is in Charlotte. She wins the title. She goes on to SummerSlam, loses it to Asuka. Asuka is the new queen of SmackDown Live. That is where your planning should be. And by God, take the fucking tag team matches and end them. We don't need to see them anymore. I am over it. We need to start seeing the women booked like they are in NXT. Single feuds that have one long-term goal in mind. Championship. Wow. What a concept. Charlotte wins. Charlotte is your new women's champion. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. More garbage from the women's division. Same thing with Carmella applies to Nia Jax. She's not a believable champion. And in both, I may trigger some of you. Carmella and Nia Jax are awful in the ring. They are awful in-ring performers. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Nia Jax is not believable as champion. She may be a popular figure with the women, with the girls. She may stand up for what is right. She may be a great role model. How does that transcend into fucking being a champion? Can you honestly say you look at Nia Jax and you look at and see champion? Give me a break. This Alexa Bliss storyline is fucking garbage. Meanwhile, we got Bayley and Sasha Banks, who have a decent feud that's being halted for the Riot Squad. That should be your women's championship match, but WWE won't push Sasha Banks. She won't be anywhere near the championship. They won't push Bayley and Sasha for the title. Fuck a Sasha Banks. Only the best female in-ring performer right now on the main roster. Yes, she's better than Charlotte, people. Yes. You know why you think Charlotte's better? Because you're programmed to think Charlotte is better. Meanwhile, I have eyes on Sasha, and I see her doing a lot more than Charlotte in the ring. I've seen someone comment on Charlotte's moonsault. Every time she goes for a moonsault, I look away. You want to know why? Because it's terrible. Charlotte's moonsault is a thing of beauty. What? Wow, she flips in the air. Big whoop-de-doo. Does she ever connect with it? No. She grazes her opponent with her hand on the way down. She looks terrible and has terrible formation while doing it too. Fuck out of here. Ridiculous. You want to see someone who can legitimately fucking wow you? Go look at Bianca Belair do a goddamn fucking 450. You want to talk about fucking moonsaults? Fucking clowns. You're programmed to think about Charlotte. Oh, WWE says so. It must be true. Bullshit. You want to talk about superior athletes? Bianca Belair's right up there with a fucking Charlotte. Anyway. Got a little sidetracked there. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is terrible. She is god-awful television as of late. This moment of Bliss bullshit is complete cringe. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's not doing her character right either. Nia Jax, we all know, should not be champion. This should not be the championship match, but we're getting it because it's total divas and it's reality TV and it's bullying and hypocritical on WWE's behalf. They want to be a star and anti-bully, but they got Alexa Bliss claiming that Nia Jax is holding the championship belt with 2 chicken wings in her mouth. Yeah, great. It's exactly what I want to see in a women's championship match. Fat shaming and bullying as if we're in fucking high school. If I want to see high school antics, I'll go watch fucking Screech make fake IDs so that Zach and AC Slater can get into the fucking nightclub where they see Jeff cheating on Kelly. What a fucking buffoon he was, huh? How you gonna cheat on Kelly Kapowski, you fucking asshole? That's the type of drama I want to see when high school, antics are taking place. Not this shit. Fucking ridiculous. What was the name of that club? The Attic? I know my Saved by the Bell, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. Looked like Screech was dancing with fucking Nia Jax in the attic. You see the fucking woman that Screech was dancing with? He was named Donnie in that episode. She was chasing Donnie around the fucking nightclub and he was hiding on the tables to escape this fucking whale that was chasing him. Anyway. What a fucking episode of Off the Script this is, huh? Anyway. I'm going with Nia Jax. There's no reason to take the title off Nia Jax. Alexa Bliss is yesterday's flavor of the month. She's gone. Nia Jax is not losing the title. She's going to keep the title. Retain it. She's going to beat Alexa Bliss. Clean. At Backlash. What they do with Alexa Bliss from here on out, I don't fucking care. Apparently she got a tit job too. Good on her. Good on her. The reason why she wasn't wrestling is because of that. Fun fact. Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. I thought this was going to be a triple threat match with what we seen from Shelton Benjamin pinning Randy Orton on SmackDown Live last week. But I'm going to go with Jeff Hardy here. I don't think they're taking the title off of Jeff Hardy. You could swing either way, though. But, Randy Orton, he doesn't need the championship. I feel like they gave him a championship token run because it was the only title that he hasn't won. And I don't think he needs it. And he doesn't deserve it. He hasn't done anything to make me say, yeah, Randy Orton deserves a championship run. No. Why would you take the title off of Jeff Hardy? These titles are working man's championships. And what I have in mind, though it would probably work both ways with both guys, but I want to see Randy Orton as a heel. That's where he thrives. And with a new heel incoming to SmackDown Live, with a beautiful valet named Zelina Vega, I think Jeff Hardy is going to win and retain the United States Championship. And I think Andrade Cien Almas is going to come into SmackDown Live and automatically target Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy versus Almas? Ooh, what a match that is. But I can get excited, but I have to refrain from getting too excited because this is SmackDown Live at the end of the day, folks. Do you expect SmackDown Live to book anything creatively with excitement? On paper, it looks fantastic. On paper, it looks like a dream match. On paper, it looks like a 5-star match. But on television, with D-O-double-G, you think it's going to be good? Nah. I think Jeff Hardy and Almas is the summer feud for the United States Championship. Randy Orton, he may be lingering around, but I think a heel Randy Orton is the better Randy Orton. Jeff Hardy's going to win. Swanton Bomb for the win. He puts over Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship victory, and Jeff retains. Seth Rollins versus The Miz. There's really nothing to talk about here, man. The Miz is a SmackDown guy. Seth Rollins is a Raw guy. Now, unless WWE has some grand scheme and some great creative trade going on, The Miz taking the IC title back to SmackDown and the United States title going to Raw, I don't see that happening. I don't think WWE is going to be that creative. Seth Rollins has been the best in-ring performer since his match at WrestleMania 33. He is back to full strength. He is the one behind Braun Strowman that is absolutely on top of his game right now as far as fan reception goes. He is over as fuck right now, which is only going to be good for Dean Ambrose when he comes back, which is only going to be good for Jason Jordan when he comes back, which is only going to be good for Elias when he challenges Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins is so over right now, that's going to transcend, and it's going to really feed into how well these heels perform and how over they get with the crowd too. So Seth Rollins being the champion is exactly what I envisioned. Babyface champion is going to make all the other heels around him that much better because of how over Seth Rollins really is. Miz, having him on SmackDown Live is the right choice. Having him feud with Daniel Bryan is something that we need to square away and get done. That's going to carry SmackDown Live into 2018, hopefully. But the shakeup happening when it did and not after Backlash renders this match completely worthless. Seth Rollins is going to retain. There's no reason why The Miz is going to take the IC title back to SmackDown with Jeff Hardy already holding the United States Championship. Seth Rollins retains, and he goes back to Monday Night Raw to feud with a new, fresh opponent, hopefully not named Finn Balor. And The Miz can continue his storyline and get thrusted into the big cast Daniel Bryan situation, and we can begin that starting with baby steps. In what I think will be the main event, because it's the WWE Championship match. Roman is not main eventing, people. There's only one world championship being defended on this show. That is the WWE Championship. That is the main event. And being that it's the main event, and a no DQ match for the title in the main event, I would book a fuck finish. Now, what I would do and what I think is going to happen is two totally different things. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe seems to be the direction that WWE wants to go. So I'm going to go with AJ Styles to retain the WWE Championship. I don't think WWE wants to take the title off AJ Styles. I don't. No matter how much time they've put into Nakamura, no matter how many, weeks and months they put into Nakamura, building him up, winning the Royal Rumble, turning him heel, giving him new theme music, altering his character, I don't think WWE is going to be set on Nakamura as WWE Champion. I think they want the visual of AJ Styles. I think they want that babyface visual of AJ Styles as WWE Champion. And there's no shortage of opponents for AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. Almas, Joe, Nakamura is always going to be there. Randy Orton, if he turns heel, Randy Orton, right? There's no shortage of opponents. Daniel Bryan, there's a lot going on right now with the WWE Championship picture. You could put any one of those guys in the WWE Championship picture and it would be great. But I think WWE wants AJ as its flag bearer for SmackDown Live. There really is no reason to take the title off AJ Styles. And the fact that they had Samoa Joe come out and pretty much kind of begin a new storyline when he's already in one seemed rather bizarre to me. And that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles is a very, very big deal. It's the first time ever in WWE. That's a big money match. And a match a lot of people are waiting to see. Just like you wanted to see Nakamura and AJ Styles, a lot of people want to see Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. I think that's where WWE is going to go with this. If WWE was to take the title off of AJ Styles, how do you do it? Do you have Nakamura win clean? Or do you do a fuck finish? Gallows and Anderson are on SmackDown Live now. They have clear affiliation with AJ Styles. What better way to start fresh, to start new, to be on the dark side, than to turn Gallows and Anderson on AJ Styles and go back to their Japanese roots with Nakamura? Why don't you do that? Have the club turn on AJ Styles and cost them. Now, they very well need a good execution of it and a good explanation. But I would have the club turn on AJ Styles. You could do that. I've also heard Sanity making their debut at Backlash and kind of going against AJ Styles, having him lose the title because of Sanity and then feud the club with Sanity. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Then you're kind of intertwining two storylines and you're getting rid of the Samoa Joe aspect for the WWE Championship. I don't like that at all. The question I do have in mind is who is Sanity going to feud with when they come on in? It's like they got nobody to feud with. There's no other stable on SmackDown Live. Who are you going to feud them with? That could be a possibility as well. I'm going with AJ, but the club idea is the most, I think, intriguing. Because it sets up a rematch with Nakamura and Styles again in AJ chasing, and it keeps Samoa Joe on the back burner. But I'm going with AJ because WWE set forth the storyline on SmackDown Live with Samoa Joe coming out challenging for the WWE Championship already. If Nakamura doesn't win, I fear that there's nothing left for Nakamura to do on SmackDown Live. There really isn't much for Nakamura to do unless he still mingles in with the WWE Championship picture and we get Joe, Styles, and Nakamura in some sort of triple threat three-way, all three guys fighting over the title. It creates some interesting situations, but it also worries me because of that Nakamura aspect. If he doesn't win, when is he going to win the title? He's had so many opportunities at the title that, one more loss could be it. And if he loses clean to AJ Styles, no more. He doesn't deserve another shot. Why should he be getting another shot? I'm going with AJ Styles. It might end up being wrong. It might end up being right. But I'm going with AJ Styles. I just don't think WWE wants to take the title of AJ Styles just yet. I think Samoa Joe and AJ Styles right now is a little bit more of an intriguing aspect to WWE creative than Nakamura. I think they're over Nakamura. I think they're going to move on from Nakamura, but he's going to hang around the main event scene on SmackDown Live. But the opportunity for a fuck finish, whether it is Sanity, which I don't really agree with, or the club, which could be interesting because it would boost the club up and get them a prominent role in the tag team division. It would help them out immensely. I could see that happening as well. I'm going with AJ, though, in the end to retain the WWE Championship. And that is your Backlash preview and predictions, man. You guys know that there is not much build to this at all. This is merely a house show taking place on pay-per-view again. And when it comes to WWE pay-per-views, man, I don't want to see house show. I want to see legit fucking pay-per-views that feel like pay-per-views. They tout this as the first dual-branded pay-per-view. You're fusing SmackDown and Raw together on the same show. Doesn't feel like it. Everything on this show outside of the WWE Championship match feels unimportant. And that's exactly what we're going to get on Sunday night. Unimportant. We're going to watch for the sake of watching, and we're going to go on to hopefully better things, I hope, for the new week next week. That's it, guys. I'm getting the hell out of here. That's part one of Off the Script. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. Follow me on Twitter, at JDFROMNY206. Great way to keep up to date on the channel. Make sure you guys check out Barbershop Window for your t-shirts. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Harrys.com/script for your free trial. And Audible. audibletrial.com/offthescript. If you guys want to support the Patreon page as well, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys back on Saturday morning with part 2. We got some news and rumors, man. How much of it? I don't know. But I got news and rumors for you on part 2. Enjoy your Fridays, especially if you're in New York City. It's great weather, man. Summer-like weather. Feels like beach bar type weather. So enjoy your Friday and Saturdays, man. I'll see you on Saturday afternoon with more Off the Script part 2. Until then, take care, and I'll see you right back here for part 2.